First of all, I would like to thank Sampurna for not only informing us about Throwball, but also inspiring us. Recently, Sampurna visited United States. Even before that, when we met in Bangalore, she introduced us to Throwball. Initially, I particularly felt, what is this Throwball? But after having a direct experience with Sampurna, obviously it will be very hard to resist, because she's herself as an avid learner, but she's also able to influence and make us inspire about the work that she's doing. And that's how the entire Throwball has begun into us. And within the matter of 6 months to 8 months, we started learning a bit more, again learning a bit more. But not until that day we held that Throwball in our hand, it changes you immediately. The ball itself, it will change you. It will connect you to your mind, and it will connect you to your body. When the pressure, the type of firmness, and then immediately after that, and now we are here to briefly talk about Throwball. Hopefully, I continue to be part of it, to go through the journey of this Throwball and this International Federation of Throwball. I also like to, before I get into the effects, that what I feel the areas of benefit could be potentially in dialysis patients, I like to congratulate and thank entire federation, and the federation leads and federation teammates and federation officials who has making this possible, and involving and inspiring countless number of people into this and keeping this game alive. I think they all deserve a big applause. And with that brief background, I'm born in India, graduated from Davangere from a medical school, migrated to United States and did my internal medicine residency and nephrology and hypertension and transplant medicine from here, Oregon Health Science University, and started practicing nephrology, followed by some population health management, and currently we manage hundreds of thousands of patients. I'm very fortunate, recently associated with Bloom Value, and which is a technology startup, and learning quite a bit from Sampurna and her team. As a physician, my first pass was, how we could connect the Throwball to the health outcomes. But after I saw Arvind, who is one of our co-founder, and when he joined Sampurna and creating this team and looking at Throwball and its effects, and then I started about thinking where else Throwball could be benefited. I don't know, most of you know or not, that dialysis patients have major issues with the mobility and quality of life. And last one is depression and anxiety and mental illness or mental health issues. I particularly think there are 3 areas of benefit. Throwballs is a non-contact sport. world is moving a little bit away from contact sport because contact sports are associated with the sports injuries, particularly American football. And I think the patient population in dialysis has a decreased ability to move, and they have musculoskeletal problems. So the one first area I would like to further review and see if there would be benefit is renal osteodystrophy, or the kidney-related bone disease and musculoskeletal disease. The patients who has on dialysis or end-stage kidney disease starts having musculoskeletal dystrophy. That means their muscles and bones start getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and they are prone for fractures. And the primary reason is less mobility and also disease, kidney disease related some hormone changes. We don't know about the hormone changes, how much Throwball would affect, but I am pretty sure if you 3 to 5 times a day, 3 to 5 times a week, or at least 3 times a week, if a Throwball can be regularly instituted, and I would think that there would be definite benefit from the renal osteodystrophy, which also can be related to the bone loss from the immobility. It will give some mobility, so that may prevent it. And at the same time, it's a non-harming sport. That's what I would call Throwball is a less harming or a non-harming sport, and which may have directly a lot of effects to that. And I think I would like to take this Throwball to introduce to group of dialysis patients this year as time permits, and to see how they will be taken up. If we can show some early results, then there are hundreds of thousands of patients those are on dialysis in US and across the board. Then it will become a non-contact safe sport that may halt or prevent further bone loss and a muscle loss. That's by preventing renal osteodystrophy and musculoskeletal disorder, which is a predominant issue in dialysis patients. Maybe we could start patients who are stage 5 kidney disease and not on dialysis yet, so that they carry that habit while they transition into dialysis, is one of the big benefit I'm thinking in an area where it can affect. The second challenge is that there is cognitive impairment or a loss of cognitive function in most of the dialysis patients. I also think the next level benefit will be that there can be potentially improvement or decreased loss of cognitive ability in dialysis patients. That would be a tremendous benefit if that can be achieved and that can be attained. I think probably we can focus, because the cognitive loss happens because of toxins and because also less interaction and loss of connectivity because they become isolated. And that also related to the next topic that I'm going to talk, is that cognitive improvement will tremendously improve the quality of life. That could be in a second area that the impact can be there, and how significant or not we will know, but if we try. The third and last benefit I see is more than 70% of all dialysis patients have diagnosed or undiagnosed depression. It is because getting a therapy and continuous counseling is hard. I think this would act, I think Throwball doing 3 to 5 times a week would act as a subtle therapy and may prevent or improve or treat subtly the underlying depression, I think. Dialysis usually provided 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. On non-dialysis days, the 3 other days in a week, if they can play throwball. And there are groups of patients, they are interconnected because those who are on dialysis, they connected each other through either social media or the dialysis related platforms. I think if we could, there would be an amazing day one day in next 1 to 3 years. And in United States, the dialysis patients themselves as a throwball kind of convention, or dialysis patients do meet once a year, different platforms that they are there. And if we can introduce throwball in there, that would be a good idea. Beyond that, and I am very enthusiastic and to incorporate, if there are any activity that is designed by International Federation for Throwball or any local organization here in US want to create an environment or an opportunity to the dialysis related patients to involve in throwball, I think we would seriously consider that. One of the big need these days is that preventing this social isolation, and the throwball may help lessening that when they are playing this with another dialysis patient. And some of the dialysis patients are wheelchair bound or less mobile. I think this would be a great sport to, when they have a disability, they could still participate in this sports activity. And I think that would be another benefit. I kept it very short. This is my first meeting, and this is my first time and to get involved. These are the 3 areas I feel, and the direct impact can be there. We have to see if there would be any other direct or indirect benefits from involving throwball into these dialysis patients. Thank you, Sampurna. If anybody has any questions, I can take. And sorry, I kept the conversation little short and very direct. And I think I'm also thrilled that Sabita is following me, so she could take a little of extra time that I have not used. Thank you, Sampurna.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Venu. In fact, there are a couple of points that you brought up. I just want to answer some of those.
Sure.
Number one is, can it be used for dialysis patients? We have already done that study in Bangalore. We have got the actual person who used to go for kidney dialysis on a 3 times in a day basis, if I remember. And he's a yoga guru, by the way. He used to do the yoga, still he got his kidney failure happened, which nobody can predict some of these things, right?
Right.
But now, in the middle of the COVID, we conduct the online throwball session for this person, for this patient, in 2021, March till May. In those 4 months, he used to be at home, and we used to conduct the web conference, and our coach, Santosh sir and Mani sir and all these people who used to be in their house, in their terrace sometimes, and they trained the patient just by dribbling the ball and putting it to the wall and catching and playing with his wife. So all these different techniques we trained him. 1 hour in twice a week, 2 times in a week, basically 2 times in a week. within 1 month, his blood pressure got normalized. He had a fluctuating blood pressure. Sometimes it used to be like very low, and sometimes it used to be normal, and sometimes it used to be very high. So if we do the measurement,
it's a major benefit, because 70% of all dialysis patients or 80% of all dialysis patients have hypertension.
Right. So he was able to sleep, according to his own words. When he said, after playing throwball, I'm able to sleep properly in the night. He had a difficulty in sleeping. And after playing throwball, he felt he has more energy now. He has a stamina now. Interestingly, now he goes to the dialysis alone. He does not need a family member to accompany him. He goes for dialysis, he gets the dialysis done, comes back. He doesn't really sleep on the bed. He goes to his, he has a shop in Girinagar in Bangalore. He goes to the shop, sits there and sells.
Oh, wow.
He works, he continues to work.
That's amazing. The kind of that's really, really amazing. I can't believe that.
He is 64 years old, in fact. Wow. He is not too young either, right?
Yeah.
So that was an interesting thing. And the second thing is, majority of these nephrology patients, as I heard, they will have either diabetes or hypertension or both, as I understood from Dr. Arvind.
Correct.
And in his studies, we found several of the people who are like aged also. Yesterday also we had one of the person coming and talking. They had diabetes. Our own driver, in fact, he had about 400 the diabetes score earlier. He used to do walking and he used to control his food and everything. Still, his diabetes used to be higher when it is measured, more than 400 I'm talking about. He started playing throwball because he found all of us seeing some good results. He bought the ball from me. He paid for the ball. My driver. He paid for the ball and he took the ball home. He started playing at home. And few days ago, he tested, after 1.5 months, he tested his sugar level. It is 199.
Wow.
It has come down, and actually a couple of weeks ago, it was 199. And yesterday, he was also one of the experience sharing person. He said it's back to normal now.
Wow.
So that's
amazing. That's if kidney disease patients can have blood pressure and blood sugar control through NS Sports, that's an amazing thing, because it not only helps to control the disease, but also it prevents other complications related to high blood pressure and diabetes, which are very, very significant. I think it's an amazing experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And quite a few people who reported that even my mother had some frequent urine issues after she started playing. She does not have any issues anymore. She is very healthy now.
Wow.
She's 73 years old.
Wow, this is amazing.
And after, she never had played throwball before that. Even though I'm a throwball player, she never played throwball. But since last 1 year, she has been playing and she's healthy and she's able to maintain the health because of this.
That's very, very nice.
Right. So thank you so much for your time.